Come along with us, cause we're on the way. It's game time, dine, and we're about to play. Hitting all the spots and there's plenty. We're eating all the way throughout the city. A food fest is where it all begins. Talking football with all of our friends. A little fun to bring it all in, cause we're on the go and we're in the know. It's game time, dine. Game time. Game time, dine. Game time. Game time, dine. It's game time, baby. Hi, I'm DC Crenshaw. Welcome to Game Time Dine, the show that takes you on a dining excursion throughout Chicagoland, where we talk food, football, and fun. What's great about Chicago is the diversity of culture, restaurants, and cuisine found throughout the city. Here at Indian Garden, me, Izzy, and our special guests will explore the rich culture and cuisine of India, along with special traditions. And since it's Izzy's birthday, we're going to have a special celebration just for him. Izzy, how you doing?
Good, good. How's everything?
Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, we missed you last week, but we had Coach Mike Dicker to hold the fort down for us. But we're glad you're back, and we are at Indian Garden today. What's your experience with Indian food?
I love Indian food. It's it's always been one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to tasting some of the things that they're going to put up for us today.
Something very special is today. What's going on today?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, today is your birthday, so happy birthday to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
young
you.
guy, almost over the hill, but you still look good. But you have a special guest as well. Why don't you tell us about your special guest?
He's just a great player, when you talk about football, everybody talks about size and being big and strong, and he's one of those guys that proves that it's not all about size. It's about want to and heart and ability.
And who would that guest be?
So it's an honor to have with us today Garrett Wolfe.
All right, Garrett.
Hey, what's going on, boss?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Good
Appreciate
to see
you for having me.
Welcome to Game Time Dine. You and I kind of have like a special bond because you played in the MAC conference in Northern Illinois, and I played at Bowling Green. So got to get my MAC guys on here and talk a little food.
Appreciate it.
So tell us about your your experience with food. Are you a food connoisseur?
I won't go as far as to say that. I'm a Chicago guy. Granted, if it's Chicago, I've pretty much had it. But growing up in the inner city, we didn't venture out of my neighborhood too much.
What part of the city did you grow up in?
I grew up on the west side of Chicago.
Okay.
And, the foods that are from that area, the little neighborhood twists that they have, I'm very familiar with those.
Do you have a favorite cuisine that you like to try?
It's always American with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those kids who grew up on fried chicken, so
Right.
fried chicken and fried chicken. So that's about as good as it got for me. So
Right.
This is something I'm definitely very excited about, and I know that I'll enjoy.
Yeah. Now, Izzy cooks. He's a pretty good cook.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I won't say that I'm a cook.
Right.
Izzy's much more of a worldly man than I am. So, he's seen a lot more, and you can definitely pick that up when you get to talking to him.
Right. The most interesting man in the world.
I really do. Definitely side with that.
Do you eat out a lot?
Oh, I eat out all the time,
Do you
every
really?
night.
Okay.
If I can't bake it, I'm not eating it.
So you haven't had Indian food yet, have you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, today I think you're going to taste some of the best Indian cuisine that the city has to offer here at Indian Garden. So guys, let me bring in a new Sharma.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, how
Hi.
are you, man? I'm doing good.
Well, we're not going to say hi here, right?
Okay.
Don't be scared. We're going to say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Okay, that means hello. Okay.
We're going to welcome you to our Indian garden.
Okay.
Okay. This is saffron.
Okay.
Saffron and rice. We put it on your head, and it means guest is next to God.
Okay.
And so we are welcoming you. Okay.
Great.
And you get the blessings too.
Great.
Okay. Now we put little flowers.
Let's do Izzy
Are you
now.
ready, brother?
Looking good.
Ah,
There we go.
oh
All right.
man, you look like Krishna now. Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
Okay, he blew that out too. That's real welcome. Okay, this is the first Indian stuff you're eating now. We're going to welcome you with our turbans.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh man, you look like a king.
King,
brother.
Maharaja now.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Oh
Thank you.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's very nice. There you go.
we got a petite one too.
There you go.
I got a full
Oh
grown head.
man.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean this, it's not very bulky.
There you go. Now these guys look really good.
we have surprise for somebody I know. It's a birthday guy here?
Yeah, that's him right there.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. Wow, that's beautiful. So what do we have here, Anu? What are,
These are carnations, and they are symbol of God.
Okay.
Yellow color. You'll see a lot of yellow colors here, right? The
yeah.
sweets, desserts are yellow. These are roses and carnations.
Okay.
Happiness.
Awesome.
Okay. So when somebody has a birthday or wedding, we always give them and we bless them.
Great.
And that's what you got, the blessings now.
That's
Thank you.
awesome. Well,
Is
thank
that
you.
good? You're
Absolutely.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Well,
very
why
much.
don't you have a seat? Tell us about Indian Garden.
Indian Garden is in North Indian cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
Our specialty is like curries, with the goat and with lamb and with the chicken and tandoor.
Wow.
Tandoor is a clay oven. Everybody knows about tandoor. You marinate the chicken, lamb, and everything, and then you keep it for like 5-6 hours, and then you cook them in a clay oven.
Right.
And the curries are made with so many different spices.
What other spices will we be able to taste?
Most important spice in our authentic cooking is saffron.
Okay.
And then we definitely have a green cardamom, and that's a cleanser.
Wow.
And cinnamon,
Okay.
and cloves, and bay leaves, and of course red peppers. And we make all of our spices right here,
Nice.
and then we grind them, and that's called curry.
Okay.
It's not very, very spicy. It's mild.
Mild spicy.
Mild spicy, and we can make it to the level you like. We
Right.
can do it very, very mild, and we can do very, very hot.
Nice. Now, what are the most popular dishes that?
Of course, anybody comes in here, they said, we want that red chicken. And what is that red chicken? Of course, that red chicken is a tandoori chicken. And the most popular is our fish also.
Now, Garrett is a novice. What kind of advice can you give to him?
How spicy are we talking about? Spicy, I'm talking about medium, small medium,
Medium.
Medium? Okay. Then what I'm going to do is there's one dish is called chicken tikka masala, which is our signature dish, and then that is with the white meat.
Now, are you familiar with naan?
Yeah.
Tell us about your naan here.
Okay, that's okay. Our naan bread. We make it with the wheat flour and we make it with the white flour too. What we do is we make it doughs, like we make it, we marinate that too. And, and then we make them with the hand. You will see the chef cooking with the hand. He doesn't use anything else. And then he puts it right with his hand in the clay oven, and then he brings them out with those sticks, and it's just ready right there. And they are so good. They can melt in your mouth.
Wow.
And we have a different flavors.
Now, I know there's a special drink that you welcome,
yes.
your guests with.
Right. That's called mango lassi.
Okay.
Then a lot of people prefer chai tea or a mango lassi.
Okay.
So mango lassi is made with a yogurt and mango. And then we have a drink that is called Maharaja drink. These guys, everybody was Maharaja right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got to bring your queens now.
Okay.
Maharani.
That's great. So, Anu, I know I'm looking forward to tasting your food again. I know these guys are looking forward to sampling. So thanks a lot for allowing us to come in.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us on Game Time Dine, because when we return, DC and Izzy will be in the kitchen making some traditional Indian cuisine.
Dips, chips, meats, everything decadent that I would never have any other time. I'd want to have during the Bears game.
We're back in the kitchen at Indian Garden with Chef Jagdish Kumar, and he's going to show us how to make some traditional Indian naan. Anu here is going to walk us through the steps.
Chef Jagdish is going to show you how to make a Kashmiri naan.
Okay.
It's made with cherries, coconut, almonds, raisins, all the good stuff in there. Okay, put it inside. Go ahead.
Like
Go
this?
ahead.
Okay.
Yes. And now you wrap it around like a hush puppies. You're making
nice.
just like a hush puppies. Yeah. Pinch it.
Pinch it
right.
like this?
Right. So close it. You want to close it.
All right,
okay?
I got you.
Good. Yeah.
How's yours? See, Izzy's a good cook.
See, put it in there.
Like this?
Yeah. Both
Yeah.
sides. All right.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Use both of the hands. Come
So
on.
both
Come
of your
on.
hands?
Very good.
How's that look?
This. Excellent. Now take it in your hand.
Now slap it.
Right, slap it nicely, okay? Put a pressure. You're not putting a pressure on
gotta
it. Yes.
put pressure.
Oh my God! Look at him.
See, he's
Okay.
a better cook than I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta put water on
Yeah.
it? Or?
Yeah, a little bit water.
That's good?
Yeah, he put it in.
Fine. And just throw it right in there.
There you go. There you go.
What?
Good job.
That is hot.
Right.
What is wrong with that man's hands?
I put water on here or not? Put right here? All right.
Come on, DC.
That is hot, man.
That is hot.
I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. That's too hot for me.
No, that thing is hot.
That's hot. That's hot. I'm not putting my hand down there.
Come on, brother. You can't let me chicken. Come on.
Quack quack today. I'm sorry, or
That's a duck, actually.
no, well. So this is about a minute. Ooh, that's
mine's
hot.
falling
I
off.
can't.
Mine's falling off. Save it. It's falling.
Oh, Garrett, here we go, here we go.
Oh,
man.
they killed it, Izzy. And he took his hand down there.
Where's that retake? Tell him to put it, or we can put it butter.
Yeah.
Here we have Izzy's naan.
Good.
It's falling off again. That's all right. May you rest in peace.
You tell me when. Ready?
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Like this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Come on, buddy. There we go.
Coming
There
up.
we
tell
go.
you, the boy.
Oh, we gonna
Yeah.
eat that.
Just like this. You flip it over like that.
Ooh, Nice. Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Boom. So hook.
Like you put the hook in.
Yep.
And
The
then
hook is in
take
there.
from other hook, you just scrape it down,
There we go.
okay? And just hold it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
something
you
right.
did it right. No, you
Right.
did it
And
right.
just flip it over.
Yes. Okay.
So now we put butter on this, right?
Butter gives the aroma, and that makes it really
Yes.
welcoming. You know,
I'm gonna have the 7-layer.
I'm gonna do the Kashmiri.
whole filling in there.
This is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah. Very good.
Good, right? Excellent. Jagdish, next week you're off, honey. You're in busy here, and busy will be the help too.
Yeah, we're gonna still need you here, though. Put your hand in that oven.
This naan is really good. And I think Izzy and I are gonna try another dish, and we'll be right back with more Game Time Dine. Welcome back to Game Time Dine, fellas. We have appetizers here we got to try. We have the tandoori chicken, the chicken tikka, the tandoori shrimp, samosas, and the lamb chops. I understand these lamb chops are pretty spicy. Let's start with these. They suggest you just pick it up with your hand and just grab
go
it.
for it.
So that's what we're gonna do here. Is that spicy?
I don't think so. I don't think it's too spicy.
I don't think so either. But it hasn't sunk in yet.
So Garrett, tell me what you think about this lamb.
I like it. Seasoned very well. I was expecting it to be much more spicy, so I'm a little excited that it isn't too spicy.
Okay.
So, yeah, I like it.
Good. I think she calmed it down for us a little bit today. Izzy, what's your thoughts?
Back home, there's a dish called suya, and it tastes very similar to that. It's like one of my favorite things when I go home. That's seasoned with spices and they grill it, and the lamb tastes very similar to that. It's very good.
And what I like about this lamb is that it's really tender. Let's bite into the samosa and see what we got here. The vegetarian with potatoes. Izzy, how do these compare to some you've had before?
I do typically have ones with the meat, but yeah, I'm loving the potatoes and some peas. Very good.
Garrett, this is your first time with the samosa. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I can tell it's deep fried, I'm from the hood, so anything deep fried is good with me. So it's worked out pretty well.
Let's try the tandoori chicken. Wow. Nice flavor.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Garrett?
I like it. Like you said, it's not dried out. It's very tender and very flavorful. So
We can tell Izzy likes it because his is almost gone.
I'm not playing around.
We got a couple more dishes to try. We got the chicken tikka and we got the tandoori shrimp. Go ahead and give it a try, guys.
Some of that shrimp.
Now that chicken tikka is some of the most tender, flavorful chicken I've had. Garrett, you're a connoisseur of chicken,
very much so. Very much so.
That's a different chicken dish for you, How can you describe it?
I like it. I mean, this is something I can see myself eating on a regular basis because the flavor is different than what I'm what I'm accustomed to.
What about you, Izzy?
How they season the food is it's excellent. So, you know, and the chicken breast tender, well cooked. Definitely a home run.
So this is the perfect time to do Izzy's fit pick. What would you say would be your fit pick on the table?
Well, a lot of these foods that we have here are, you know, very, very healthy. Not a lot of fat. But for me, I think the tandoori chicken has got to be, it's baked. You know, oven baked chicken. You just can't go wrong with it.
Let's continue to try the shrimp. Have you tried it already?
Oh yeah, I tried it. And like it.
Wow. Guys, I think we can all agree these appetizers were great, and we're washing it down here with the mango lassi, the lotus cocktail, and the maharaja. Great drinks. Would you agree?
Excellent.
Yeah.
My favorite is this mango lassi.
You've had a couple refills on that.
Couple of
Yeah.
them. I think I'm gonna take some home with me.
There you go. So guys, they brought out more food for us, and this is their entree portion of the menu. And we have some kati goat, some fish tiki masala, matar paneer, dal makhni, and aloo gobi. So what we're gonna do is give these entrees a try, and we'll be right back with more Game Time Dine.
Coming up on Game Time Dine, DC and I will be talking Bear football with Israel Donajay and Garrett Wolfe. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Game Time Dine at Indian Garden, downtown Chicago. And we're here with Jen Patterson. How you doing, Jen?
Hello, DC. How are you guys doing?
Good, good.
I'm really excited, Izzy, that you brought Garrett Wolfe today, purely for the fact that we have Garrett, who's from Chicago. You went to Holy Cross on Belmont, correct?
Yep.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, ever think that you'd be playing for the Chicago Bears?
Nah, not at all. I remember the day that I got the call, and you know, it was like a surreal experience. But nonetheless, I'm very excited and very happy about the opportunity that I've been presented, you know, being home in Chicago.
Is your family still local?
Oh, very much so.
So they go to all the games. I'm sure
They
you're
go to all
dishing
the
out
games
the tickets
and
all the time.
drive me crazy.
Yes.
But wouldn't have it any other way.
And you've pretty much stayed local. You went to Northern as well. Did anyone else try to draft you besides Northern?
Well, you know,
Or bring you
with
in,
college,
or recruit you, excuse me.
it's more or less, you know, they pick who they want. And I was one of those guys who was far off academically, and I was kind of a tweener as far as my size and stature. So, you know, Northern Illinois I think they made a great decision. It worked out well for them in the end. And
Yes, they
most
did.
definitely worked out well for me.
How are you feeling? You have you had an injury the past couple weeks, a little
I'm feeling better.
lacerated kidney.
Yeah, granted, I'm still in a little bit of pain, but most definitely feeling a lot better.
What's the strongest part of your game?
I think my ability to do whatever's needed. And I'm one of those guys who I like to term myself as just a pure football player. I don't think I just do one thing well. I think I can do whatever is needed to be done, because I think football is a game that's all about attitude. It's all about want to. And you know, I'm one of those guys, I want to get things done, I'm going to get it done.
Was there a certain player that you wanted to model your career after?
Well, being a running back, I've always wanted to, you know, be similar to Barry Sanders because of, you know, the things that he was able to do. Granted, you know, Walter Payton was always a big deal, but, you know, he's a little bit older than I am.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But Barry Sanders was one of those guys that I watched a lot growing up, and I became very fond of.
Izzy, you guys are 4-5 now. What was the goal for this week? What was the job to get done this week over at Hallis?
Well, I mean, just guys got to just stay focused and can just continue to fight. There's no secret, you know, recipe to getting back on track. It takes work. Guys just got to work hard, put in the time, and you know, we just got to put one win together and just take it, you know, week by week.
Yeah, you guys have Sunday night football coming up. You're going to be playing the Eagles. What do you think is going to be the keys to winning this game?
This quarterback we're going against is underrated. You know, he's a great quarterback, and you know, he has the ability to create, you know, time for himself to get the ball down the field. You know, it starts with the front four. We got to really dominate that line of scrimmage.
Yeah. What about the offensive side of the ball, Garrett? What do you think it needs to happen this week?
On offense, I think we just need to become and continue to be more consistent. You know, moving the ball hasn't been a problem for us. It's been scoring points. And, you know, with the great job that the defense did last week, we didn't do a good job of scoring points. And I think that's something that if we score points, everything will take care of itself.
You think we'll see Michael Vick this week?
When he's in there, we got to, you know, guys got to all swarm and run to the ball. The guy's still athletic and he's still a threat.
Yeah. Garrett, I always ask our guests what kind of music they listen to get pumped up before the game, and you know what kind of things they like to put on the iPod. What do you got going on?
The one thing that I may listen to is an artist by the name of Drake. I don't think he's had an actual album out yet, but he's very hot in the mixtape scene, and he's a guy that I think puts together you know, a lot of good songs, and he's put out a lot of quality music.
What's been the biggest transition from, playing at Northern and a conference that sometimes is underrated versus going to the NFL?
The biggest difference is the playbook. The one thing that becomes more prevalent now is that there's a lot more high quality guys on defense that can move around, and that's one thing you don't have in college. You don't have teams that have 8-man rotations on the defensive line. So when they take guys out, that's a new wave of guys that's coming in that are just as athletic and fast and physical as the guys before. So you have to almost kind of trick the guys as opposed to just running it down their throats or moving them out of the way, because you can't expect offensive linemen to block a guy who's just as big as them, who's faster and stronger. It's just not going to happen too often.
Right.
So you got to kind of get them going one way and go the other way.
Hey, Izzy, you guys are going through some adversity right now. What are you doing personally to maybe try to overcome some things that have been adverse situations thus far in the season?
We all go through adversity. You're going to lose games, and it's just about how you react to it, and just staying positive. I know, our coaching staff, our team, we get a lot of criticism. You're always putting a positive, always so positive, always so positive. Well, being positive is a part of that fighting process. I mean, you got to say, all right, hey, this didn't work out. We got to change, a few things and get back on track. As soon as we get consistent, then we'll be playing our style of football and we'll be able to put some wins together.
Well, guys, thanks a lot. Great discussion. Jen, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more Game Time Dine. Welcome back to Game Time Dine at Indian Garden. I'm DC Crenshaw here with Israel, Izzy, Adonijay. Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And Garrett Wolfe, our special guest. Thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate you guys
Did you like the
for
food,
having
man?
Yeah, the food was great. This is a place I definitely come back and try again.
Awesome. And
Excellent.
Jen, always good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
And thank you for joining us on Game Time Dine. And tune in next week when we visit another fabulous restaurant. Game Time Dine.